Hey, welcome to Musings of a Mariner Sojourning in the Land of Woke. I'm Christopher Hunt, and I'm here to discuss one of the last books that I've read, Don't Think of an Elephant, Know Your Values and Frame the Debate by George Lakoff. Now, this is one of the books that I had gotten to read in order to try to better my idea and myself on how to do the growth and outreach for the American Solidarity Party, and I'm also going to be posting this video to the other National Committee members. And I'm going to be making a couple more videos right quickly because I've read a few books recently in the last few weeks. Now, framing the debate is something that happens with a small phrase or a label that is loaded with a lot of meaning. And both the Democrats and the Republicans have spent millions and millions and millions of dollars on think tanks and have for decades now on coming up with ideas and ways to frame a debate. Sometimes they'll try to get the public to understand a specific idea or definition of something and start using it to frame the debate there, or sometimes just the phrase itself frames the debate immediately. And for instance, you got things like what they call today the right to work state, and what's a right to work state? Right to work state is like, oh, well, you have the right to say, no, I don't want to pay union dues. I don't want to be a part of the union at the shop that I work at, right? That's right to work state, right? Well, that's how the debate is really being framed, and that's how it's marketed, but it has a lot of other things that are involved with it, right? For instance, at that point, an employer can fire an employee without any reason, without any cause, just for their own desire, because they have a right to keep you or leave, get rid of you for whatever reason without giving a reason. They don't need to have a reason. And so, if your boss man doesn't like your hair, you're fired. Doesn't like that you're a Christian or an atheist, or that you go bowling on Thursday, you're fired. So really, like a right to work state is not really got so much to do with the rights of workers as it does to having the right of the employer to get rid of unions and to get rid of employees that they don't like for whatever reason, whether it's performance or not performance, whether it's performance related or not performance related. But with that debate frame, many workers keep voting themselves into oblivion. Another frame is the term pro-life, right? That term frames the debate. It says a whole bunch. Like, for instance, if you're pro-life, you're full of love, you're positive, you're a person that is humane, that loves humankind, and if you're not pro-life, if you're against the pro-life movement, if you're against pro-life, well then it assumes that you're a person without humanity, and only bad people would be against a movement that is pro-life, right? Now the NPLM, the new pro-life movement, is trying to redefine the term pro-life to be understood in a way that includes being pro-abortion, and hopefully they will never be successful. But I mean, they really are a pro-abortion group. I mean, you can say whatever you want to say. They're a pro-choice group, which brings us to our next term, which is pro-choice. So the NPLM, they realize that the pro-life frame really harms people that are okay with abortion. Now, a long time ago, they came up with the idea of pro-choice, right? And that was the first reframe of this debate. See, they understood they were at a huge disadvantage. If you're being against the pro-life movement, well, no. So they changed it. No, we're the pro-choice movement. We're like, we might be personally against abortion, but the woman needs to have the choice whether or not to kill or nurture her baby. Now, of course, they don't have the kill or nurture part. They're like, end the pregnancy, another way to frame the debate, to help with the debate frame, and so on and so forth. And then you got things like going on to a new term, tax relief. That's a big Republican thing, tax relief. So at that point, they're saying, hey, we want to relieve a burden, a financial burden from you, the people. We want to take this burden away from you. You're being burdened by the taxes, and we want to take that burden away from you. Now, if there's somebody that's opposing the relief of the people, then that person opposing the relief is all of a sudden now the oppressor of the people. So just in that term itself, and when you start getting Democrats and Republicans using that, so you get the Democrats talking against tax relief. Well, they're saying they're against relieving the tax. They're against relieving your financial burden. So they're immediately making themselves an enemy, just through the phrase and the labels being made. So now with that in mind, we think of like us as the American Solidarity Party. Can we come up with frames for debates? And could we co-opt frames for debates if they fit our values and our goals? Like pro-life or pro-life for the whole life. So that's a frame of a debate right there. That's framing the debate. So now, obviously, we as the American Solidarity Party don't have millions of dollars to make a think tank. We've got some very highly intelligent people that are really, really good people. That are connected to us. In a sense that a lot of them are also in our party, such as Imago Dei politics and stuff like that, which is just a group of people that are not paid anything, but it's those kind of groups of people where ideas like this could come up, and we could start to frame the debate so that we could win people over to our way of thinking or understand our way of thinking in a better way. Thank you for listening, and God bless you, and go ahead and comment, say whatever you want to say, and give me any pointers you could give me. All right. God bless you all. Bye.